So another funny story is, and this is the reason why I love Poland, is because I have lots of funny stories, all positive and nice. But in the past, you couldn't simply go into a shop and buy something. You had to find what you wanted, get a piece of paper where the person would write on it what you want to buy. You would then take that piece of paper to another person who you paid, they stamped it, and then you took it back to the person who you had met to buy the product from. And this was quite typical of those days because it was just after communism and some of the systems still stayed in place at that time. And I can remember, to my amusement, that I actually went to a cinema. Now, this was the old days cinemas. They were very big, but they were all on one floor. And because of at that time, there was the national service. So there were many seats, and many soldiers, of course, would go to the cinema. And I remember going into the cinema, and everywhere in those days, there were curtains just behind the doors because it was so cold that the curtains would stop the cold wind going into the shops or the cinema. And I went to the actual ticket place to buy a ticket to go and see a film. And I bought the ticket, and then I had to go to the curtain area inside the cinema where a lady or a man would present themselves and check my ticket, which seemed quite fine to me, except for what was quite bemusing was the fact that the lady who checked the ticket, the curtain was right next to the kiosk where you bought the ticket from. So the scenario was, "Poproszę jedno bilet," so can I have a ticket please for the cinema? The lady gave me the ticket from a little kiosk and then next to the kiosk was the curtain. So she came out of her kiosk at the back, or went out at the back, round the side, opened the curtains up, allowing us to go into the auditorium, into the cinema, and I was the first in the queue. So I then had to show exactly the same lady who had sold me the ticket I needed to get in to the cinema, and she tore it up, gave it back to me and said, "Dziękuję, proszę bardzo." You couldn't write that in a comedy, could you? Brilliant, huh? The same lady that sold me the ticket was the same lady who checked my ticket and then tore it up in half and wished me a good film. I'm Peter Dow. I'm the Brit from London, loving Poland. I hope you like my stories. If you have any comments below, maybe you have some funny stories from the days of just after communism or during communism, I would love to read them. I'm having a great day, and speak to you soon. Thanks for watching. Bye-bye.